Good afternoon and welcome to another U10 mini lesson where I attempt to explain, expand, clarify, and bring clarity or anything more to any drumming questions you might have. As always, these are one take lessons that are hopefully under 10 minutes. This one might be a little bit different though, it is an important subject. We're going to talk about double and I'm going to play through and explain a few things to you. The reason why double is such an important topic is because double works your rolls. Double is all fingers, little bit of arm, little bit of wrist, but it's basic. It's all about working your fingers, and your fingers end up working your rolls. So I'm not going to give any music to you guys right now because it'll be up on the audition packets and it'll be up on the website. So I want you guys to look at that as you look at this. And my biggest thing is going to be everything is going to be in somehow segments of two. And I'll explain that in just a moment. I'm first going to get my sticks. I'm going to also show you this little handy thing right here. It's just a spray bottle, the top of one. It's a single spray, or just, you only get one puff out of it at a time. I'll explain why this is important as well. So let me get situated just a little more, and let's have some fun. Let me clear my pad off. Using an Evans Real Feel drum pad, it's double-sided, so it's got a gum rubber on the bottom and a bit of a harder on the on the top, and on the bottom it's a little more denser and doesn't have as much rebound. I'm using this one today because it's quieter, and I'm in an apartment. I've also got a metronome on my laptop set up right here, and as always, I literally typed metronome into Google, and it gave me the exact same one. So pretty basic setup right now, but let's talk about double. Double is everything. I could run double with you guys for months. We could literally get together for every sectional from June until the beginning of August, and even during band camp, and we could just run double and we would continue to improve dramatically. It wouldn't even be funny how much we improved. And it's all finger based. It's a little bit, it's 95 finger based, and the last 5% is wrist and arm. I'm going to show you why you want to use a single squirt bottle top right here, and why you should actually be wanting to do chores when learning how to drum. And the biggest reason is, and a lot of you guys will question this method right away, but trust me on this one. A lot of people, when they start rolling for either concert or marching band, they tense up at the fulcrum and they tend to let their fingers off, and you kind of get a... And that can work for about 30 seconds to a minute. I want to expand on, though, for if you could roll for 10 minutes. Most people can't keep this up for 10 minutes. And by most people, I mean all except for, like, maybe if you're really, really, really good at normal rolls. That's using too much fulcrum, and what will happen, as I've stated before, is that will burn the skin off of your fingers. It will literally tear the top layer of skin off of your thumb and your index finger. What double does is it works on the fingers back here. It's all the back three fingers, and that's what you use for rolls. I have a video on touch and pressure on a stick that I will upload eventually, or if it's already uploaded, I think I'll re-put it back on. But you want all fingers for this. If you use fulcrum, it's the best way for me to describe this in a weird metaphor way is that, let's say you and I are going to travel a mile. You're going to sprint the mile. So for about, let's say, the first 100 feet of the mile, you're going to beat me. I'm going to drive a mile, and I have no speed limit on mine. So I'm going to be slow for the first, getting in the... If I start outside of the car, I'm going to get in the car, turn it on, go into drive, and then floor it, because I don't have a speed limit to worry about. You get about the first 100 yards, so you think you're going faster and you're going to win, and then I'll zoom past you. The car does not break down in this scenario. There's no chance on happening. I have a full tank of gas. There is no way that you will beat me in this scenario. And what I'm trying to say is, as much as it might be easier to do it the way you're used to doing it without using backs of fingers, that's good for about that much. My way will be have you able to roll for hours on end. There's actually drum corps that do 8/400, 8/200, 8/40, which is rolling for almost 10 minutes straight, and you don't feel, you feel fatigue, but you're not burning parts of your skin off. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put this right here. And the first thing I'm going to do, we're going to do something before this, I'm just going to do it with just my fingers, and I'm not going to use anything else. And all it is, I'm going to use these fingers up here, and the thumb does not exist to me. So all I'm gonna do very slowly is just literally almost like waving high, not this way, but like I don't want to say little kid style, but little kid style when you're kind of doing this. Just very slowly, just everything's in patterns of two. So literally just go 1, 2, 1, 2. If you want to do a triplet form, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's fine. You want to give yourself a little bit of a rest, but make sure you're going 1, 2. If you want to go slow, 1, 2, 1, 2, fast. However you want to do it. Generally start out slow originally and then build it up. If at the end you can go like this, that's great. The issue we want is that between the two, you're coming all the way back up. And the reason why is because as you go faster, I'm not even coming all the way up because you're going faster. And as you go faster, everything decreases. It's one of those things where the more proper position in an instrument you have, the more you kind of just autopilot that, so the less proper position you actually have on an instrument. Same thing with double. You want to have enough to where it's almost all the way open, but you're not going to hit it when you're going really fast. So start slow, and just do this for a while. Then to get a little bit of tension or a little bit of, I don't want to say torque, but resistance might be good. Resistance is a great word. Get a spray bottle and then use the back two fingers, because most pinkies and most ring fingers are not strong. So literally just, if you go around and spray Windex, do it in twos. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then, wipe it off, and then if you have to, clean a counter off, do it in twos. Da, 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 da. Just make sure it's rhythmically accurate. These have springs in them, so they will always open back up. That's why I do love using single sprayer nozzles. It's because they always come back open, unless you break them. They always come back with resistance. There are some of those hand like clamps where you can clamp it and it'll give you amount of pressure. This is much cheaper. Boom. The next thing we're going to do is I'm actually going to play it with you now. I'm going to start, let's go at 80, which is the normal tempo I start at. And as usual, we use match grip, but to make sure we know the difference, my right hand, my left hand will be in traditional. Let's play it. 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, so a lot of fingers. I got a little bit of wrist in there because, I have to get the wrist open. A little bit of arm. Arm comes more when you actually roll, alright? So the patterns are the tricky things, because once you do da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, everyone wants to do that again, but we actually play 2 measures of it. So let's go to 100. That was close on. Oh, that's close. So 100. Alright, so always remember to also add a downbeat to make sure you are on correct. I got a little bit off at the very beginning, that's alright. Let's go to 120. As always, I try to end things, or at least hit 120 and everything, because that is cadence tempo. You can't see it, but the other thing, if you want to ever do it, hey, almost caught that. Just taking the stick and putting the butt end of the stick in your hand and just flicking this, da-da-da-da. That works great too. 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, so the thing you can't see, it's pretty good. The thing you can't exactly see is that my sticks, there we go. Nope, stop, let's try it again. Hey, there we go. My sticks are kind of, if you were the drum, my sticks are kind of doing this, Like between each hit, they're moving outwards. So that's something I gotta work on as well. I am not a perfect drummer. I'm always improving. That's just a thing as a musician, you're always trying to get better. So it might look good, but I still know I have to improve things. We're gonna slow this down. I'm gonna do some variations now. One of the things that's really cool with variations is filling in all the blank notes. Now, everything's in twos, or like I said earlier, you could do 1, 2, 3, because everything is 1, 2, 1, 2, and there's a pause in between that, so it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? So I'm gonna slow this down to 100, and in my rests, I'm gonna add my left hand. I'm gonna play the first part of it, and I want you to understand, in order to transition, instead of doing right, right, we do a paradiddle, right, right, left. Because that allows you to go left, 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 left. So I'm just going to play the first measure. With the left hand insert. 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, one more time. Alright, so what that really allows you to do, it's still kind of like you get an extra double rep, or an extra diddle rep. It lets you space it out better, and it lets you understand, hey, pause, because don't rush, you've got an extra note here. So off the left hand now. Alright, pretty good so far. Now this is the tricky one that even I sometimes get tripped up on, so hopefully it all works out. We're going to play the entire thing together. Measure the two long ones. Even I sometimes get tripped up, so if it happens, it happens. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, so I completely messed up on that left hand. Let's try that one more time. Alright, not too bad. I redid it. Remember, it's okay to make a mistake. It's not okay not to fix that mistake. Now, again, double is one of the most important exercises we can do. I'm going to go a little bit faster. I'm going to add in at 120, I'm going to add in the note, and then we're going to take a triplet on this, and we're going to have a little bit of fun with it. So here's double one more time. I'm going to play it right this time, and 120. 1, 2, ready, go. So the nice thing about adding that little extra note in there is that the long patterns, the difficult ones, quote unquote, literally, you can keep going da 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 because it actually works out perfectly. A lot of people mess up the transitions, the two measures, because they lose track of it, and that it's one of my favorite exercises of all time. So that watch out for that. Be careful with that one because it's important. What we're gonna do now is I'm gonna play. It's called Irish Spring Variation. Yes, Irish Spring Variations. And what it is, it's a triplet based roll exercise. Because what double does is while it's a near perfect exercise, it puts the emphasis on the first note. So you're going, a lot of times people do, some people will be smart and do this. Which works, it's literally double, but you're accenting the second note. And a lot of times why that's good is because everyone focuses on the first note of, and you end up with a really bad, you end up with a really crushed and bad closed diddle. Irish Spring Variations, there's 3 of them. They are triplet, and what they do is they base off the second note. They're a triplet pattern, and what they do is they want to make sure the way they play it. Let me go a little faster. Let's go with 200. I'm making the triplet eighth notes, so 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 200. So 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. All right. So it sounds fast. It's not that fast. I might even half this to be honest with you. 1 2 3. Yeah, I'll half this to make it easy for you guys to understand this one. So let's go down to 100. Come on. There's 103. And there's 100. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So what we're focused on is we're focused on the first and the third beat or note of each beat. That's all we care about. So realistically speaking, hold on, let's see. Da, 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 da. That's all it is. I sped up a little bit at the end. That's all Irish variation spring Irish, because there are 3 kinds, is. You're literally making sure, in a triplet form, the second note of the diddle, of the double exercise, lines up with the beat. So, I can't get this to go much louder, so work with me on this one, but 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If we need to go slower, we can do that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Occasionally I do the drop catch method, but not right now because that's just very beginning rolls, you know. 1, 2, 1, 2. With the actual exercise involved, I want us to get the actual movement down, like with the fingers and everything else. So if you go faster with Irish, there's I think it's Irish variation, Irish variation, African and Irish variation, Asian, and they're all a different set of how to work your rolls, and it's all the transitions. I'll go a little bit faster on this one. Let's go to 200. So again, all I'm worried about is the first and the third. Da 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 do da da do da. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, ready and go. Let me try to count off better. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's really all it is. There's a little bit more to it, but that's eventually you'll get it down to. By the way, match grip on the left hand is better for rolling because this does not roll really well. It just doesn't. It forces it down too much. So you've actually got it better for match. That's all I've got for double right now. Just remember, squirt bottle, single spray squirt bottle for chores and everything else. Great idea. Use your finger, start slow, then speed up. Double is the best exercise of all time, except maybe eights. Irish spring variation Irish, I will put that up online as well. If you guys have any more questions or anything else, please let me know. But to quote the man who makes our sticks, Scott Johnson, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong, and I'll see you later. Bye.